Isn't it frustrating how sometimes your body changes in menopause and you have no control over it? In your life, your hormones are always changing, and when you pass 40, they just start this new change, and some of this new change can be downright frustrating. And it ultimately leads to the day when your menstrual cycle just stops. But then you also start having the night sweats, the irritability, the shifts in mood, the thinning hair or the loss of hair, the night sweats, the hot flushes, your libido not serving you in the way that you want it to. So there's so many shifts and changes that can happen in your body that you have no control over. And it can be so frustrating. I get it. I totally get you. But there are so many factors that you may not know that can influence how you feel during menopause from an internal and external source. And we're going to be talking about that in this video. So pay attention. Welcome back to my channel. This is Milan of Soul Natural Wellness and of the Chic Women Don't Diet Lifestyle Program. So if you are new here, go on and click on the bell and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that when I produce a new video, you will get notice that I'm producing it. And always leave a comment, leave a question so I'll know what exactly you want to hear from me, because sometimes I don't know. I may just start recording something that I feel that you want to know about, especially if you're over the age of 40. So write me comments. Let me know, Milan, I want to hear about this. You know, what is your take on this particular ideology? So if you have been here before, then welcome back. Welcome back. And I'm so glad to have you. So let's dive into this video. Now, there are 4 main organs that supports your libido, but I'm only going to talk about 2 of them in this video. The first one I want to talk about is your circulatory system. And the reason is because your circulatory system, it keeps your blood flowing and moving in your body. And this is working as long as you're alive, so it's not going to stop. So it's really working for you. But you can do things in your own life to enhance how it works, because you need an adequate supply of blood to boost your libido. And where do you get this from? Well, it's so easy. You get this from movement and exercise. And there are certain conditions like hypertension or complications from diabetes that may hinder this flow. But if you are in semi-normal health, then you should be fine. So you definitely want to talk to your doctor before you start any strenuous movement or workouts, just to make sure that you don't hurt yourself in any way. Now, this next one I want to talk about is your nervous system. And the reason nervous system is because your brain is directly connected, and your nervous system is directly connected to your brain. So if you allow room for stress instead of releasing it, and you know what I'm talking about, because there is so much going on in the world right now. There is, not to mention what's going on in the world, what's going on in your life, in your family, at your place of business, with people you know. There is so much going on, and this can become so overwhelming. And especially if you're one of those women like myself who's very heart-centered, you tend to take on issues, and they can cause stress. Plus you have your daily stressors. If you live in a big city like myself, living in an urban city like Chicago, there are those stressors. The stressors from just moving in the city can be stressful. Sitting in traffic can be stressful. So there are so many things that can cause stress. Stress at the grocery store, stress, not getting to where you need to be at the right time because something happens beyond your control. So there are so many stressors in life. Stresses with your children, if they're in college. Because there are all these stresses, I just want you to breathe. I just want you to stop and breathe and take a moment, because when you are overly stressed, this will affect this will affect your libido in menopause and after menopause. So you definitely want to watch your stress levels. And not saying that you're not going to have stress. We all have stress, but this is how we deal with it. You let it come, you acknowledge it, but don't make room for it. Let it go. You have to let go of the stress if you want to boost your libido in menopause. So all those little bitty stressors, the day in and day out stuff, girlfriend, just let it go. It's not even worth your energy to give it time to stay in your mind, to stay in your heart, and especially if other people are concerned. And sometimes we have our relationships with other people, like family members. They can cause us a lot more stress. And this was a question that came up with one of my followers about relationships and how do you build better relationships with people that are in your family. And that's another video outside of this one, because in this one we're just talking about things that can cause you stress. And I know that family can cause stress. And one thing that I've come to realize is that people are a product of their environment. If you go back to a person's youth, their childhood, you will see their disappointments. You will see how they responded to those disappointments. Were they people close to them? And then you start to realize it has nothing to do with you. Whatever their issues are has nothing to do with you. It's them. It is an issue that they never cleared up when they were younger, as they were growing up. So don't take everything personal. When it's other people involved, if somebody's a perfectionist, it's not about you. It's about them. So release them stressors. Now, once you have found balance with these two systems, your nervous system as well as your circulatory system, you need to eat the proper foods and the right foods in general, and also the right foods for your particular body type. So the best foods to boost your libido or the aphrodisiacs that you need and want. In order to boost your libido, you have to eat foods that provide the right amount of vitamins, minerals, as well as boost your blood flow to your libido. However, you also want to make sure that these foods improve your overall health. So you don't want to just gravitate to food because some guru told you should do this or someone said you should do that. I know you're bombarded with that, and it can be quite overwhelming. So I don't even want you to go that route. I want you to start looking at foods that are rich in your essential fatty acids, of course, like your fish, your nuts, your seeds, foods that are phytoestrogen rich, like your eggplants, your split peas, and your beets. And there's so many other foods I can go into right now, but ultimately when it comes to foods, you have to recognize that each person has their own UBI, which is your unique bioindividuality. And that UBI dictates what are the best foods for you, what are the foods that will ultimately work with your body and won't work for your body. So that's really how you determine what are the best foods to boost in menopause for to boost your libido. And I don't want to go into it too much here because, like I said, there are so many other foods that you can choose from, and it's sometimes a question of how you're preparing it, what techniques you're using to get the best nutrients out of it to keep the food healthy. When I'm working with my clients in my 8-week Chic Cooking Academy, I like to show them exactly what are the foods that work for their body, and they learn how to fall in love and have a love affair with food once again, because food is really a natural aphrodisiac. So if you've enjoyed this video and you are ready to boost your libido holistically and experience a love affair with food, then I want you to join me in my 8-week Chic Cooking Academy. And this is an experiential course that is designed to help boost your libido. So I'm going to include the link below, and click on the link, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And until our next time together, as always, stay beautiful and healthy.